Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Grandma. I'm sorry for the delay in my posting a video. It's been a little over a month now, but the tablet that I use to do my videos on died out. The charging port quit. It would not charge, so I had to send it back and get a new one. So I got my new one. You know, Amazon is just a little bit delayed with everybody ordering it, so I finally got it. It took about 3 weeks for me to get the new one. So now I'm back and I can start again. So today's recipe is a nice, easy, quick, good for summer, hot summer days. It's a no-bake recipe. This is called no-bake peanut butter pretzel bars. And this recipe comes to me, I was looking up online just for some quick and easy bar recipes, you know, and this came up. It's from tasteofhome.com. This person's got a lot of good recipes. So what you need for this recipe is one package, 16 ounces, 2 cups of the mini pretzels. And you take a half a cup of those out and you grind them up in your food processor to make soft crumbs. Grind them up real soft. Then you need 1.5 cups butter melted. So when it says 1.5 cups butter melted, that means measure it first, then melt it. If it said 1.5 cups melted butter, then you would melt it first. But this way you measure out 1.5 cups and then you melt it. So that gives you, when it's melted, it is about 1.25 cups, just a little bit under 1.5 cups. So you have to make sure you're doing that, because otherwise it'll be too much moisture. And you need 1.5 cups of peanut butter and 3 cups of confectioner's sugar and some chocolate chips that are melted. Now I didn't have chocolate chips today, but I did have cocoa powder. So I put cocoa powder, butter, and hot water into a bowl. And I, you know, melted it up and made it look like it's the same idea. It gives you the same idea as melted chocolate chips. There it is in the bowl. You just take your cocoa powder. I did add sugar to it because I have unsweetened cocoa powder. So, you know, I wanted to, it was very bitter. So this way, it saves you from running to the store to buy chocolate chips, and it's the same thing. It's melted chocolate. It's the same thing. So I've already pulsed my pretzel crumbs. They're here in the blender jar. So we're going to, and I've lined my 13 by 9-inch pan with some tin foil. That's what you line it with. So when you take it out, you just lift it out, tin foil and all, and you're ready to go. So now you put, we're going to mix the butter, the peanut butter, the confectioner's sugar, and the pretzel crumbs in a bowl. So here's the pretzel crumbs and the peanut butter. I did make a mistake when I measured my peanut butter out. Usually if you either butter your measuring cup or spray it with a little bit of the cooking spray if you have it, or just a little bit of oil, then it just slides right out. I forgot to do that, so it kind of like stuck a little bit. I should have used a little of the melted butter in there. And there's my melted butter. And I think it said to do the confectioner's sugar as well. Okay, there we go. A large bowl, mix butter, peanut butter, confectioner's sugar, and pretzel crumbs. Yep. So in goes my 3 cups of confectioner's sugar. Now we're going to give this a good mix. It's not hard to make. It's not a lot of ingredients. You usually have these kind of ingredients on hand anyway. It's not like you want to have to run out to the store. I mean, sometimes what I'll do is, if I know I want to bake something or cook something, I will look through recipes and then adjust my cooking or baking to my grocery day, so if there is things I need, I can get it. Well, that was super easy. Look at how quickly and easy that milk mixed up. Got a couple little chunks of confectioner's sugar. I'll just give that a little bit more of a stir to get rid of those. And one, there we go. Just push it on the side of on the bowl with the back of your wooden spoon, and it crushes up. I mean, look at how quick and easy that was. So you take that and you pour that into your lined cake pan. I just want to make double sure. My recipe keeps, I'm using it on my other tablet and it keeps going off on me, so let me see. Okay, now in a large bowl mix butter, peanut butter, confectioner's sugar, and pretzel crumbs. Now we press it into a prepared pan. Put that in. Put it all in there. Oh, another big chunk of confectioner's sugar. Just chop it up as you go. There. Get all that yummy peanut butter goodness. These are not for the people on a diet by any means. These are very rich and very sweet. You got all the peanut butter, and that's a lot of sugar, that confectioner's sugar. So I'm just going to spread it all throughout my pan so it's nice and even. This is going to be your base, and the cracker crumb, or the pretzel crumbs is going to give it that little extra crunch to it for your crust. So there we go. That's all nice and spread in. So now we take the chocolate, I believe. I'm just waiting for this to reload again. It's being stubborn. I had read the whole recipe through before I started it, but I'm just double checking. Okay, now melt the chocolate chips or this in shortening, stir until smooth, spread over peanut butter layer, and then we put the remaining pretzels on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my melted chocolate. This is basically the exact same thing as melting chocolate chips. There's really no difference, other than the fact that I did have to add a little bit of sugar because this is unsweetened cocoa powder, but it does the exact same thing. So I'm just going to make sure all the peanut butter layer is nicely covered. There we go. And this has to set up in the refrigerator for a little bit. It says about an hour, it just depends. So now what we do is we take the pretzels and we put them on top. So this is what they're going to look like when they come out of the refrigerator, right there. So you just take broken pieces of pretzel and just scatter them on top of your chocolate layer. So I've got my pretzels here. I'll just break them up a little. You could probably even leave them whole and just put, one all the way around. Excuse me. And that could be, where you cut. So every piece gets a whole pretzel on top. But I am doing it this way because that's what the recipe said to do. So you need 2 cups of mini pretzels, and I used a half a cup for the crumbs, and then the other cup and a half we do this. I'm just taking them and breaking them up in my hand. You don't have to, put them on a chopping board or chop them up or anything. So there we go, it's almost done. It actually looks just like the picture already, and I haven't even finished. It hasn't even set yet, but it's true to form, true to the picture. So these have to set an hour or so, depending on your fridge, and get nice and firm. You will need to keep these more than likely. They're not going to last long enough in my house, but you will need to keep them in the refrigerator because of the chocolate and the peanut butter. In this heat, depending on how hot your house is, they're going to kind of melt if you don't keep them in the refrigerator. Once they melt, once it's set, you can cut them into squares and just put them in a container, a Tupperware container. There. Now it did not take. This is pretty much. This is covered pretty much the whole entire top here, and it didn't take the whole cup and a half of pretzels. Almost. Well, maybe I can just squeeze them on here where I see a couple of blank spaces. Oh, there we go. So while these are setting, we'll just pause this and come back to it. And thank you for your patience, and I hope you all enjoy this video. And remember, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment about this or anything else that I've baked. Look through my other videos that I've got. If there's anything you want me to make, let me know, and I will be sure to get what I need to get it to make it. Whether it's a supper, lunch, breakfast, savory, sweet, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty much adept at any kind of baking and cooking, so just let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'll meet you back here once these are set. Okay, we're back, and I have let this set up. I actually put it in the freezer to speed it up a little bit. Lifted it right out of the pan with the tin foil. I cut a piece, and there it is. It probably could set up just a little bit more, but there's your nice peanut butter layer, there's your chocolate layer, and there's your pretzels. So there you have it. No bake peanut butter pretzel bars. Peanut butter chocolate pretzel bars. So leave me a comment below what you think, what else you want me to make. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and everybody stay safe and have a good day. Bye now.